Good morning. Welcome to CATEX-TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. This is a live broadcast from Princeton, New Jersey. Today is Wednesday, February the 4th, 2009. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., 4:30 p.m. in London, 12:30 p.m. in Bermuda, and 9:30 a.m. in Mexico City. If you need to reach us during the broadcast, you can phone in toll-free at 1-866-67-CATEX. Overseas, our AOL instant mail address is CATEX-TV. Today is the 61st birthday of this man, Vincent Damien Fernier. Do you know who he is? Nobody knows who he is here. Vincent Damien Fernier is 61 years old today. He's best known by his stage name, Alice Cooper. School's out for summer. We have a breaking story. This is coming in from Norway. Rescuers say a small helicopter crashed in the Norwegian Arctic, killing one person. The Norwegian Rescue Coordination Center says that a Eurocopter AS-350 went down in heavy snows near the Swedish border. The helicopter was owned by a company based in Harstad, Norway, called Helateam. It was on a flight from Harstad to Alta. There was apparently another person on board who survived. Now to our main news. The reinsurance numbers are coming in from the companies. They're reporting. This is coming from ACE, which is in Bermuda, although domiciled in Switzerland. They're saying that full year net income, more than halved. This is a result of heavy investment losses. ACE said that a full year net income for 2008 amount dropped to $1.19 billion from about $2.6 billion a year earlier. Fourth quarter net dropped to just $20 million from the $572 million in 07. Hurting the result was about $1.4 billion of net realized losses, up from $134 million of losses reported last year. That's about a tenfold increase. This included $604 million in the fourth quarter alone, up from $121 million a year earlier. There were also catastrophe losses of $567 million compared to $159 million a year earlier. ACE's CEO, Evan Greenberg, however, was noticeably upbeat in his remarks. Quote, ACE produced strong operating results in one of the most difficult quarters in modern history. Our core P&C and A&H business performed extremely well. The P&C combined ratio was 86.9%. He has a right to be proud of that figure. Meanwhile, in Germany, Munich Re has said that its full-year consolidated profit more than halved over the course of 08, dropping to about 1.5 billion euros from 3.9 billion euros a year earlier. In a pre-results briefing, the company blamed the result on investment losses. Munich Re listed write-downs of €500 million, including 400 million euros in the fourth quarter of 08. They're going to come out with their full results on the 3rd of March. Munich CFO George Schneider was still upbeat. Quote, naturally, as an investor of about 175 billion euros, we too had to absorb large losses in our risk-oriented investments. But our asset manager has continued to steer our portfolio successfully through the crisis. We have reduced our equity exposure and invested strongly in secure government bonds. Gross written premium at Munich Re for the year rose to 37.8 billion euros from 37.3 billion a year before. The combined ratio, however, for the reinsurance division jumped to 99.5%, up from 96.4% a year earlier. And of course, this prompts people to wonder about Swiss Re. Swiss Re has seen their stock go down by a significant amount this year, approximately 40% during 09. This is as a result of fears that it could continue to report write-downs of billions of dollars of toxic assets. Analysts are saying that the resulting lack of transparency in the world's second largest reinsurer is additionally troublesome. Swiss Re comes out with their full year 08 reports on the 19th of February. Some other news relating to Swiss Re. Swiss Exchange Limited said this morning it has instituted an investigation against Swiss Re regarding a possible violation of its Articles number 72 of the listing rules, as well as a possible violation of its directive on ad hoc publicity. The investigation is being conducted by Swiss Exchange Limited. It's in connection with information given to investors and analysts as well as articles in the press in July of '08 in relation to risk exposures. It's not known at present how long these investigations will last. Six Swiss Exchange Limited will announce the findings of the investigation in due course, and no information will be released while the investigation is proceeding. We, of course, have followed the story regarding the Aon £5 million fine from the FSA. 1 second, please. And the manager who's involved there, Doug Peterson, the leader of Aon's aviation and aerospace group, has retired. His retirement comes just weeks after the Financial Services Authority announced the £5.25 million fine against Aon as a result of an anti-bribery and corruption investigation. The aviation unit, which Peterson was involved in the investigation. However, Aon says that his retirement had been planned for some years. And the big fire at the Universal Studios in Hollywood last summer, we're going to see the set reopening pretty soon now. It's going to open this summer. Production at the lot will resume in midsummer on the rebuilt New York streetscape featured in Spider-Man 2 and Transformers. You might recall that on June 1st of '08, roofers using a blowtorch accidentally started the fire. They also destroyed the King Kong attraction and a video vault. No announcement has been made yet on rebuilding the King Kong vault. General Electric, the owner of the studio, said that it reported a $225 million gain from insurance benefits relating to the fire. The stock market is up about 26 points as we go to a word from our sponsors. Just a few minutes ago, President Obama finished an announcement at the White House in which he imposed a $500,000 a year pay cap on executives whose firms receive government financial rescue funds. This is certainly a dramatic intervention into corporate governance in the midst of the financial crisis. The new restrictions were announced this morning. The steps set the stage for the administration's unveiling next week of a new framework for spending the money that remains in the $700 billion financial rescue fund known as the TARP. Obama said, if the taxpayers are helping you, then you've got certain responsibilities to not be living high on the hog. The most restrictive limits would apply only to struggling large firms that receive, quote, exceptional assistance in the future. Healthy banks that receive government infusions of capital would have more leeway. In Japan, Panasonic Corporation announced this morning that it will slash as many as 15,000 jobs and shut 27 plants worldwide as they announce deep cuts as the global slowdown batters the world's second largest economy, the Japanese economy. Panasonic is the world's largest maker of plasma display TVs. It also announced a net loss